Welcome, I'm Cass, and this is your general and love forecast for January 2018. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I'd also like to say happy birthday, happy belated birthday to some of you that I have missed already. But I hope you guys have a good birthday. I'd also like to apologize for being late. I have been sick. I got something, who knows what, but it's made me cough a lot, and well, I'm just tired of waiting on trying to get better, so I may need to pause here and there. You may or may not notice, but I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me cough or have to blow my nose, so I may have to pause a little bit more, but we're gonna make it through here. So you guys have been waiting long enough, so let's jump into this. For the first card, we have the Four of Wands. So this would be about a happy home. You know, some of you could be having a celebration. Obviously, a lot of you guys are having your birthday, so that would be a celebration. Now, for some of you, you guys may end up having a wedding. Some of you may end up being invited to a wedding. It will be a happy, celebratory type of event, which could also be within someone's home. Or this could also indicate that you have a happy home right now, or that you desire a happy home. But overall, we want to be grateful for our blessings here, no matter how big or how small they are. We just want to be grateful for what we do have. Now, for a circumstances card, we get we get the Star, but it's in the reverse position, so this is a test of your faith. Now, some of you may have started a project, or maybe some of you guys have experienced a tremendous amount of setbacks. But overall, this is a feeling of hopelessness, and like your faith is gone, like you just don't believe that you can have what you wish and what you desire. You know, this can also indicate that you have hidden or denied abilities. A lot of times these will be creative abilities. So if you do have them and they have been denied and you just haven't nurtured them or paid any attention to them, I would definitely encourage you to bring those out. Nurture them. Let them flourish. Don't worry about what everyone else may think. You have to be true to you. Now, for the rest of you, you have some hidden talents. Not all hope is lost here. I'm sure that a lot of you are feeling hopeless, and I'm sure a lot of you are very depressed right now. Some of you are feeling very hopeless, like you're just at the end of your rope. Some of you may be having issues with like an anxiety type of disorder. Stress can be really high when this card is in the reverse position. And you need to take care of yourself, because when the Star is in the reverse position, this can indicate an illness. Perhaps you're mentally, physically, or even emotionally just exhausted. Are you pushing yourself too much? Because if you are, this is why the Star is coming up in the reverse position. You need to take a break. You need to relax. You need to rest, recuperate. Don't let whatever setbacks or circumstances that are making you feel hope, don't let it bring you down into the depths of despair. Don't let it have its way. You know, tomorrow is a new day. And this too shall pass. Just don't let the depression grab a hold of you and keep you there, because then it becomes a vicious circle, so to speak. So do not get caught up in this. This is not a place Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs should be. Okay, for our focus card, we get the Four of Coins in the reverse position. So, you know, money is just falling away from you when it's in the reverse position. Perhaps some of you may have made an investment. Maybe it's taken a lot more money than you had initially planned on. Maybe for some of you, Christmas and then an unexpected repair may have popped up, and it's just, whoa, it's just drained it. Just drained your account. You know, this can also indicate that perhaps you're being overly clingy with your money to the point of maybe greediness, selfishness. That's not for all of you, okay? But for those of you whom are going through this, you'll know who you are. You don't want to try to cling on to your money so much, because sometimes the more that we do that, the more that we can attract situations to us where we're going to end up having to spend a lot more money. So it just doesn't pay off in the end. You know, overall, you know, when this card is in the upright position, this is about working very hard for your money. So you're not going to hand your money out so freely, because you know how much you had to work to obtain that money. But when we reverse it, you know, selfishness and greediness can really come up in a big way. Also, having to spend more money in an investment. Perhaps an investment didn't turn out the way that you thought it was going to, and it just costed you a lot of money. This is our Sun and Capricorn card also. I swear I feel bad for you guys. You guys have had to deal with Pluto in the sign of Capricorn here lately. Now we got Saturn in Capricorn. It's like you guys are just getting hit from every angle. I mean, not all of you, but some of you are definitely feeling like you've been put through the mill. Now, this is our card position of the recent past, or what is passing. And this is the Lover's card in the reverse position. So, some of you in the recent past have been dealing with the relationship either ending, it could have ended, or some of you could be experiencing or have recently experienced a relationship that was good that is now causing many problems for you. Sometimes this can come up for relationships where you're just simply at a crossroads and trying to decide, is this even worth it anymore? Should I even continue? Should I invest any more of my time or energy into this person? A lot of the time, it'll be a no. But it's not impossible to fix a relationship that's in this position here. It can be fixed through communication, because communication is the absolute key here. But When the Lover's card is in the reverse position, it's like it's completely out of balance, okay? And it's like one of the partners seems to be doing it all. So you guys will know which one you are. But the Lover's card is also about choices and decisions. So a lot of you guys had a decision to make. Or some of you may have had the decision forced upon you. Now, this is the card of your present, the here and the now. And here we have the 5 of coins in the upright position. This is not a very good card, okay? This could indicate that perhaps some of you have potentially experienced bankruptcy, which may be making you feel hopeless and depressed. But this could also be spiritual bankruptcy. It doesn't have to be financial bankruptcy. This could be spiritual bankruptcy. Now, this can also indicate that perhaps maybe some of you feel like you have literally been put out into the cold like this woman and child. Very possible for some of you. Some of you may feel like you are just literally put out into the cold to have to deal with everything on your own. Sometimes the health can suffer here as well. It's not the best card. I'm gonna be straight with you because that's all I know how to do is be truthful. Some people like it, some people despise it. But this is not a good card financial wise. So I feel that a lot of you guys have perhaps had some major money issues. And they could be tied to a relationship or an investment or even your home. But this is the present, the here and the now. You can't stay in the present beyond today, so thank God for that. Okay, here we have the card position of your near future. So here we have the Devil in the reverse position. So this is also a Capricorn card. This would indicate that you guys are perhaps just getting rid of some bad habits, or maybe a toxic relationship. For some of you, you guys have been in a toxic relationship and it was just simply time to be done. And if that's you, you made the right choice, because the Devil is about bondage and fear and obsession, addictions. It's no good. We don't want to be tied to someone that brings out those type of qualities. Now, when the Devil's in the reverse position, you are literally breaking free out of that cage. You are breaking the shackles that have binded you to a relationship, or you're breaking the shackles that have bound you to, say, an addiction or a fear or a certain type of behavior. And you're simply saying, I'm not going to deal with this shit anymore. Excuse my French, but, you know, it is what it is. You guys are just tired of the negative shit. You're like, nope, I'm not going to do this no more. I'm going to take back control. And keep going. Yeah, you don't need to deal with this type of crap. It ain't no good. For some of you may have experienced kicking an addiction here recently. This addiction could have been to many different things. This could have been an addiction to a particular person. This could be an addiction to a way of thinking. This could have been an addiction to drugs. It could be to shopping, gambling. It could be to sex. Because the devil is a very sexual type of card. But here you are taking back control of your life and saying, I'm not going to let fear or an addiction or a toxic relationship continue to hold me back and hold me down. So you're breaking free of all of this nonsense that's been holding you back. So good on you, Capricorn, Sun, Moons, and Rising. Don't let nobody keep you in a cage. Don't let nobody keep you shackled to something that you don't want to be shackled to. That's not good. No. But thankfully you guys are taking control. Saying, I'm not going to be ruled by my fears. I'm not going to be ruled by obsession. I'm not going to let this person control me and continue to make me more unhappy. Now, this is the card position of your attitude. Now here we have the Five of Swords. This is what I call the asshole who is spoiling for a fight card. Okay. Basically, with this card, you may be feeling pretty argumentative. Like you are just sick and tired of everything that's been going on, and you're just like, you know what? Screw you, screw you, screw you, screw you. But you really need to be careful here, because with the Five of Swords, this can indicate that there is some pretty malicious gossip that's being spread about you. And your own behavior may make it seem believable to other people, because you would definitely be in a very, very bad mood here. It's like you were ready to just jump. You were ready to argue, fight, jump into that conflict. You don't care. You're very confrontational. That's the overall vibe, is confrontational. You know, this can also indicate deception. So some of you may have experienced someone deceiving you. It's quite possible. So of course, I mean, that would definitely put just about anybody in a bad mood and ready to jump into a confrontation if you're getting lied to. But this is definitely a big transition type of period. And I feel that for a lot of you that this is going to be more in your personal life. You know, not all Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Risings are in a relationship or even want to be in a relationship. Some of you are actually in love with your job, and it is what it is. But you know, this could be someone at work. So you got to be careful. I mean, you're definitely willing to defend yourself, but the problem here is this man, he's ready to fight. He's just in a bad mood, and he is just ready to pounce. This is someone you don't want to mess with. So try to grab a hold of yourself and calm down. Don't let people trigger you. Because if you allow them to trigger you, then you can actually end up giving them their way. And we don't want to do that, okay? Okay, here we have the card position of how other people see you. And here we have the Saturn in Sagittarius. It's finally out of Sagittarius, but now it's moved into Capricorn. But we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse position. So this indicates that you guys have definitely said, you know what? I have carried way too many burdens for too damn long. I am dropping this shit. I'm done. I'm not going to keep carrying everybody's load. I mean, this is like, you know, heavy, burdensome type responsibilities. And you guys are just simply fed up. I mean, this is too much for one person to bear anyhow. And how you guys did it for as long as you did it is amazing. But no one person can do it forever. You just can't. So that definitely makes sense that the give was not equal. The give and take's not equal. You know, this could be a romantic relationship, a marriage, but this could also be a very close friendship. Someone that you are very close to and that you love. You know, this could be, you know, a relationship with a family member that you are very close to. You know, like a best friend, you know. But for the most part, you know, marriages and romantic relationships. But it doesn't have to be romantic. But you're just simply saying, I'm not going to do it no more. I can't. And I'm here to tell you, you made the right decision. And many other people in your life are looking at you like, you know what, you did make the right decision. You don't need to keep doing that. It's too much to bear. Just too much. You know, sometimes this is where maybe a family member perhaps wanted you to do them a favor, and you already got so much on your plate and so many irons in the fire yourself, and you try to take on more, and yeah, I mean, you just can't do it. But you know this now, and you've said, no more. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. Okay, here we have our card position of hopes and fears. So here we have the Three of Wands. This is all about opportunities. This is about manifesting an opportunity and getting it going. So this would definitely be a hope for you guys. Our final outcome card here is the Nine of Wands. So this definitely indicates that someone or something may definitely feel like an enemy to you right now. But you are ready to defend yourself, your family, your job, whatever you need to. You are ready to defend yourself. Your courage is definitely evident here. You're ready to be confrontational. But this indicates you are willing to defend yourself, and you will. Now, You know, this energy is about feeling like something or someone is an enemy. A lot of times this can indicate that you do have an enemy. Someone that is trying to get the better of you here. For some of you, I think you'll know exactly who this is. And for those of you who don't know who it is, it will be revealed to you. But I feel this is going to be within your mostly within your personal life, but for a few of you it's going to take place within the work life. So either way, be on your toes, because this could be a very formidable enemy. But you are ready to stand face to face with them. You've already had to battle. And this is why I feel that most of you already know who this is, because with this particular card, you've already been in a battle with this person before. And you're just prepared for that battle. And most of the time, stay prepared for this battle, okay? Because a lot of times, if you're prepared for this battle to come, sometimes this can prevent the battle from happening at all, simply because you're ready. Forewarned is forearmed. Now for the bottom of the deck, we get the Five of Cups. So this is definitely indicating a loss, disappointments in love. And that's why I feel that a lot of you, this is coming from a particular relationship. And again, it's cups, so this could be a marriage, a romantic relationship, but this could also be a very close friendship as well. So, but this is about being disappointed. You know, she's looking mighty depressed. She's focused on those 3 cups there that are just broken and spilled over. But what she doesn't realize is there's 2 cups behind her that are still full of wine. But she's just so depressed that she can't even look back to see that they're right there. So this is kind of the feel of, perhaps maybe you guys are looking at the glass like it's half empty as opposed to half full. You guys have experienced a loss and a disappointment and potentially the severing of ties. Definitely. We have 3 5s here, okay? So you guys are going through a major transition. I mean, we got 3 5s here, so 5s are not the best energy, but it's all about transition. Even though it may be experienced as negative, trust me, it will get better. And you have to go through this to get to the better. I know for some of you it just seems so far off, but it will get better. But yes, a lot of you guys are very disappointed. But you know, tomorrow is a new day. Grieve your loss, okay? Don't just try to push it down and act like it didn't happen or it's not there. You do need to grieve your loss. But once you grieve your loss, then you can pick your head up and start moving forward again. definitely seems like a lot of relationship stuff here. And for those of you who may like these new cards I have, they are the Bonfire Tarot. Okay, we clarify the Four of Wands and we get Temperance in the reverse position. So here we have our happy home, celebration, wedding, but overall happy home, and let's be thankful for what we have. Now we have Temperance in the reverse position, so maybe you're being a bit impatient, maybe even intolerant. Maybe things are just not moving fast enough for you. Maybe you feel like things are just at a standstill and you just want things to get moving, but I totally understand that, but you want to try to slow down and just go with the flow. You know the old saying, slow down and smell the roses? It's very true, because if you don't slow down and smell the roses, you could miss an opportunity. You could actually miss a few opportunities. And I did say earlier, I feel that some of you may be experiencing issues within the home, potentially due to the finances and the relationship potentially coming to an end. So this would make sense why you're probably feeling a bit impatient and intolerant. You've just had enough. But you just want to try to see the other person's point of view. Try to put yourself in their shoes, because this will help you tremendously if you can do that. Because if you don't put yourself in the other person's shoes and you just continue to be intolerant and pushy, this can end up getting you a bad reputation. You know, this can also indicate that you're not listening to other people's complaints. Maybe there is someone around you that is trying to tell you something and you're just not hearing it. For those of you that are focused on business, perhaps you're not dealing with the customer's complaints. And when you don't deal with the complaints and deal with it head on in the proper way, this can get you a bad reputation. And we don't want that. You know, maybe some of you are trying to buy a home or perhaps selling your home and you're just getting impatient. Don't worry, things will happen, but you got to be patient. Okay, we had our Star in the reverse position. This was our Circumstances card. We get the Hanged Man in the reverse position. So this indicates that whatever you wished for here, you didn't get. But the Hanged Man is saying, you know that this is not meant to be. You need to move forward. But instead, you're just trying to hang on to something that ended here. You're trying to hang on to it, And you don't want to try hanging on to it because it's not going to serve you. Whomever you may be trying to hang on to, you don't really need them as much as you think you do. You're already whole and complete. Sometimes we fear such a drastic change here. Sometimes we fear making those sacrifices and moving on because it's the unknown. So that makes it a bit more frightening. And sometimes clinging to the past, what is familiar, is what some people tend to do because it's familiar. It's okay to be scared of the unknown, but it's what you got to do. You got to face whatever this is. You know, there was a loss here. Perhaps you wished for something to happen and it didn't. And now the Hanged Man in reverse is saying you need to move on. You're not that same person now than when you made this wish. You are no longer the same person. Your consciousness, your awareness has changed. So you need to move forward. Don't stay stuck in the past. Okay, we had our Four of Coins in the reverse position. We clarify and we get the Three of Coins in the reverse position. So I feel that a lot of you perhaps were, whether this be in a job or a work investment or a teamwork type of project, well, things just went to hell in a handbasket here. With the Three of Coins, this indicates that, you know, you need a team to get the work done. And that team is just not cooperating with each other at all. Or perhaps this could be indicating that you need to obtain more skills in order to reverse this. Perhaps you need to get more skills. Maybe you need more schooling. So some of you may consider going and getting some more education to expand your skill set, or some of you may even decide, you know what, hell with it, I'm just going to go learn a whole new set of skills. But for those of you who are experiencing issues within teamwork, communication is key, and everyone has to be on the same page, or it just simply does not work. Okay, sorry. For a few of you may have experienced a third-party relationship type of situation. Perhaps you might be on the receiving end of this nastiness. Or perhaps you could have been the perpetrator of it. Who knows? That's up. You guys know. I'm not judging, so. Okay. Here we had the recent past, or what is passing. The Lovers in reverse. We clarify. We get the Nine of Cups in the reverse position, which again is indicating that a wish that you had is not fulfilled. Or maybe it was partially fulfilled, but a lot of times the wish is not fulfilled at all. You know, the Nine of Cups in reverse position can also speak of overindulgence. So you definitely need to be careful of the alcohol But I mean, you need to be careful of overindulgence, period. You know, whether it's food, drink, or even prescription medication, recreational type of drugs, you need to be careful. Thankfully, you have the devil in reverse, so I feel like even if you did have a moment of giving in to the drink or the drugs to get through this relationship problem, I feel that ultimately now you've kicked it. But yes, you definitely had a wish for this relationship and it did not work out. Okay, this was the present, the here and the now type of energy, our 5 of coins. We clarify and we get the 8 of cups. So the 8 of cups is about essentially you're basically abandoning something. You're walking away from something like, you know what? I'm going to see if the grass is greener on the other side. Ultimately, what this is about is you're ready for something more spiritual as opposed to material and physical. You're desiring something better. And so now you're going in search of it. So maybe you felt like you were put out in the cold, but you're like, you know what? I ain't gonna stay here. I'm walking away from this. And I'm not gonna tell you not to do otherwise. Walk away. Okay, this was our near future card. We had the devil in the reverse position. We clarify and we get the emperor. So the emperor, you know, this is all about leadership. He is a leader. He is an authority. An authority. So this would indicate that you guys are definitely taking back control of your life. You're like, nope, I'm not going to let this control me. I'm the one in control, and I'm taking back control. And good on you, Capricorn, Sun, Moons, and Rising. That's right. Take back your control. You were always in control. But when it was upright, it was just an illusion that you were not in control, but you've been in control all along. But now you know. I'm in control. I don't have to stay in anything I don't want to be in. So that's right. You got to do what is best for you. And only you know what that is. Now here we had the the 5 of swords, and this is the attitude card position, your attitude. So we clarify and we get the 7 of coins in the reverse position. So this would definitely indicate that perhaps you invested into something that was just not worth it. And this can also indicate that maybe you didn't sow the best seeds. Maybe you didn't tend to your crops. Maybe you didn't tend to your relationship or your job or whatever the situation is. Maybe you didn't tend to it and take care of it and nurture it enough. Yeah. And that's why you're at where you're at. Or perhaps you feel like the other person did not take care of their end. And that's what's got you feeling very confrontational. Okay, this was our card position of how other people see you. We had the 10 of Wands in the reverse position. We clarify and we get the Ace of Cups. So this is a whole new beginning. You know, potentially that for some of you, you may be interested in someone else already. Or perhaps someone's coming around that's interested in you. For those of you who want that. But this is overall about new beginnings. Maybe you just decide, you know what? I dropped all that bullshit. Now I'm going to be true to me and what I want and what moves me emotionally and what I'm passionate about. This can also indicate psychic abilities as well. So that is a blessing. For certain. Okay, this was our hopes and fears position. We had the Three of Wands, which was about manifesting what you want. And then you basically manifest an opportunity. That was a hope. But here we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse position. So this is an unhappy family life. This is, things are a mess at home. Everyone's arguing. Perhaps you're dealing with issues of flooding. Maybe some of you have bad pipes. Been experiencing plumbing issues, perhaps. But overall, this is kind of a hope and a fear. It's like you guys want to go after this opportunity that you have been wanting for a long time. But perhaps you fear that you're going to lose your family life over it. Okay, for our final outcome card, we had the Nine of Wands. We clarify and we get the Hermit in the reverse position. So this would indicate, yes, you're defending yourself. But perhaps you haven't been listening to your own inner voice. Perhaps you're in this position because you ignored your own intuition. Perhaps you already knew who your enemy was, but then you didn't listen to your inner voice, and then you started making rationalizations. Because overall what this comes down to is maybe your head has been in the clouds just a bit too much, and you just wasn't realizing just how very dark it was outside. You know, this is kind of like being in La La Land, you know, when it's in reverse position and you're not seeing things for exactly what they are. But I feel you guys are definitely seeing it now. And if you haven't seen it, you're gonna see it. You definitely want to listen to your own intuition. The moment that you ignore that first intuitive thought, and then you start thinking, well, no, then you start making rationalizations, and then you know you done lost it. You want to go with that very first thought and stick with it, because that's your intuition telling you, don't trust this person, do trust this person, let's not do this, let's not do that. You get my point. Listen to your intuition. Okay, bottom of the deck, we get the Knight of Swords here. Oh, excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. Ugh. Okay. Knight of Swords. So, the Knight of Swords, this is definitely a fast moving type of energy. Now, with the Knight of Swords, sometimes this can be about getting to the truth of the matter, which I feel that some of you are ready to get the truth of the matter, and this card would definitely indicate that you're going to get it. If you're still waiting for the truth, you're going to get it. You know, but with this card, there's definitely a need to stay alert and ready for anything. You definitely need to be ready. Forewarned is forearmed. Both of these cards are saying the same thing. Because there may be a battle coming, and it's going to come quickly. And perhaps this battle stems from not listening to your intuition, maybe having your head in the clouds with wishful thinking and all. Sometimes this can indicate a refusal to learn from your past and your past decisions and choices. And if that's you, the Knight of Swords is definitely going to reveal to you that if you're considering doing something that is not going to be for your better and your own best personal development and all, the Knight of Swords is going to inform you. Or this could simply be me saying, hey, let's not make any foolish decisions. Let's be truthful. Don't lie to yourself. Don't ignore your intuition. Stop hanging on to the past. Stop fearing the unknown. Stop fearing letting go and sacrifice. You don't want to stay, I'm sorry. You know, sometimes you're stuck on maintaining an old image. You want to appear that everything is the same, but it's not. It is not the same at all. And some things are just not worth the fight. You guys know what's best for you, but ultimately you need to go after your truth. And what is the truth for you? So, I mean, we got two cards right here screaming of a battle coming. And the Knight of Swords is more than happy to face this head on, this confrontation. And again, we got Five of Swords, a confrontational card. So, it appears that a lot of you are ready for the truth, but what it comes down to is you have to be ready to accept the truth once you hear it. And most of the time we don't like hearing the truth, but it's for our own good. So, let's see what the Love Oracle is going to say. Yeah, I just got my cards a mess. Okay, true love. This could be the one. And release your ex. Okay, now that makes sense, because I feel like a lot of you guys are going through a relationship ending, and yeah, okay. Yeah, now it makes sense. because I definitely see the possibility of new love here, for sure. But most importantly, for those of you going through these relationship issues, perhaps you're trying to hang on to a relationship that's just not for your own good. It's not going to serve you well. It's just something you need to let go of. Okay. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And this could be the one. You already met the romantic partner you seek. Now, I feel that these two are definitely together here. And I feel this is for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs that are not tied into a relationship right now. Now, for a few of you that are tied into a relationship and you're trying to get free, perhaps this energy comes along to help you get yourself out of what you know you need to let go of. But for some of you, I feel like the main focus here is you need to release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And essentially what this is about is you need to let that person go so that you can clear your energy of them. And that way you can attract someone that will be far more suited to you whenever you are ready for it. But I feel that a lot of people with these two cards here together, I feel that this will be for those of you who are not currently tied into a relationship, if that's what you desire. And some of you could be in a relationship that's somewhat fresh. Maybe it's a very passionate situation that needs to be kept in check. For some of you, you may be able to resolve it, but I feel that most of you, no. Because Mr. Knight of Swords is definitely going to come in and set you straight. Wishful thinking won't help here. Which you guys know that. Oh, yeah. I feel a lot of you guys just need to clear your energy. You need to get rid of this situation that you have been in. Clear your energy. And for those of you, some of you may already be attracted to someone else, or someone else may be interested in you. But ultimately, there is someone that is holding you back. You're holding yourself back. Maybe perhaps you think this person will change. And if you're thinking this person will change, then yep, then that's that's a hopeless situation. Some people just don't change. Some people act like they want to change, but they don't. Okay. Well, I'm sorry this was not more positive. Now, there is, some good. I like the fact that you guys are taking back control of your life. And hold on to that. Keep control of your life. Okay, I will talk to you guys next month, Capricorn. I love you guys. I'm sending you guys blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. Till next month. Bye-bye.